Hey, Standard American here. Standard American doing Standard American things. So I wanted to update you on our situation. Oh, by the way, Kimmy's here.
Morning.
So I wanted to give you guys an update on the house. It's still not here. They told us by the end of this week. Originally, it'd be set on the piers and all connected together, but it's Saturday and no house. So they told us that the trucking company that they use had some issues. Everybody got COVID, so the whole company shut down for a couple weeks. Everybody, I believe, is what they were saying, and the company got COVID. So that's unfortunate for them. I feel for them, but doesn't help us get our house any sooner. So that kind of set us back a couple weeks. So I imagine we've got another week to wait before we see our house, is the way I'm seeing it. But they're trying to get another trucking company, a backup company, to bring it up and all that, but it's not looking good so far. A lot of them don't like bringing them up this mountain because it's a pretty windy, narrow road, one-lane bridges, stuff like that. So it's really difficult to get a handle on that.
Me and Jake, our son, were on the road last week when it was being brought up here, and it was really close to our car. I mean, like an inch. We were on the edge of the road with no railing, and that house like literally squeaked by us by like an inch and almost hit our car.
Yeah.
So it's hard getting up here. So
oh, pardon me.
Totally understand that, but we would still like to have a house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I understand it's the way it is. I mean, especially these days with COVID and all that, still it's going away for the most part, but still with the restrictions that are not there anymore. I mean, people are a little more laxed, and it seems like when one person gets it, the whole company gets it, and then everybody's shut down. So anyway, but one thing we were trying to figure out is we want to get prepared for our garden for next spring. I know it's fall now and everybody's harvesting, but we were trying to figure out what grows good up here, vegetable wise, and your typical garden stuff, and then also orchard stuff. We want to put a small orchard in with like a couple trees of each variety, a couple apple trees, a couple nectarines. I don't know if citrus grows good up here or not. I would like to do a couple tangerine, lemon trees, things like that. But this is going to be our first full-time up here, and we want to get a little input from our wonderful neighbors and see what grows for everybody up here.
And also, what zone do you consider this to be? We were under the impression that we're 8B, so if you guys agree to that, let me know. And what grows best up here as far as and do we need like direct sunlight or partial shade? And is the soil good to use for our garden?
Yeah.
So questions like that, like we don't know. We're not skilled gardeners. I think I've had 2 successful gardens my entire life. So.
Yeah. I had a garden when I was a kid. My parents had a garden, and I spent my afternoons out there,
eating radishes,
sitting in the middle of the garden eating radishes mostly, But my mom would send me out there to pick the weeds out of the garden, and I'd sit there and pick the radishes and eat them right there in the garden. She didn't appreciate that too much, but anyway, we just had to normal stuff down there, but everything grows down there in Sacramento. You don't really have to worry about, is it gonna get cold, or the climate. I just don't know what with the climate up here, what grows really good or not. And with trees, I don't know what's going to survive a winter. So yeah, any input we can get from people up here, because we're right exactly on the 4,000 feet. 4,000 foot line runs right straight through the middle of our property. So yeah, it's and I've heard two different things. I've heard we're in right on the transition of 8B and 9A. Some people say it's 9A. I don't really know what the climate zones really mean. I guess it has to do with temperatures and elevation and all that. So
I've seen a lot of gardens around, and I know that Mama Earth garden over there, she grows a lot of stuff. So I didn't know, because they're lower than us, if she's having more success with more variety because of that, or if it's all the same. So we really want your input on like what you guys are growing and how it's doing, and as much information as we can get from our neighbors, to see how we go about doing that.
Yeah. And I was thinking, since I'm waiting for a house to be delivered, I would possibly want to start thinking about where I want to put the garden, because I want to do raised beds with a fence around it and wire over the top, just so we don't have any predators or deer or birds or anything eating all of our stuff. But I don't know where to build it at. Do I build it in partial shade and full shade, full sunlight? I just
we're completely novice, like we no clue. So
yeah,
but we're
funny.
Ambitious.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So we want to can vegetables and put stuff up for winter and have fresh produce, because we don't want to have to run to town all the time. So we're going to be stocking up on beans and rice. We make our own sauces and spice kits. So, we're going to have an espresso machine so we can make our own coffee drinks and things like that. So we're going to be able to stay up here for long periods of time without having to go get supplies.
Right.
That's our hope.
Yeah. And I know this winter, obviously we're way too late to start actually growing a garden to
well, we've only been up here a
preserve
month.
stuff. Yeah.
We've been up here for about a month and a half now.
Yeah. So, our biggest thing is just being prepared for next spring, when I want to get all this stuff going. I want to have something already built. We're going to be composting all winter and getting an area where we can get some really good soil, all that sort of thing. So I figure getting the information early, being prepared is the smart way to go about it. So if you guys have any information, that would be wonderful. Just leave us a comment. And
also we're really excited to get to know everybody.
Yes.
You know, we are new up here.
Yes.
I know a lot of you have been here for a long time, and I mean, you guys are our heroes. I don't know how we've been up here for about a month and a half, and we're living in a trailer with a generator like everybody else, and you guys have been doing it for so long, and it's been a struggle. I mean, it's
just the permitting process to be able to live on the property with your travel trailer, and then the permitting process for the house. It actually went pretty good because, the county building department, they fast-tracked all of us through. It's just, I don't know what I need. What did I need for this? What do I need for that? And so I spent a lot of time down there just asking questions, and they were wonderful. They'd give me the answers of, whatever I needed.
One particular lady, Kathy, was it Kathy?
Yeah,
she was
amazing.
Really cool, really helpful. Bent over backwards to help Jamie, get us here. So.
Yeah. if she was working at the front desk, she would wave me up. All right, you're fast tracked. You're with the Caldor Fire, you know. So anybody that, you know, she's seen come through there that was, you know, part of the Caldor Fire rebuild, then she pushed it through pretty quick.
Jim's got a lot of projects coming up. I mean, mostly because I keep giving him projects. It's gonna be cool. He's doing well, the house for one, and then we're gonna have a little deck, and he's building a pond with a nice gazebo area, fire pit area, gas fire pit, so no fire. And the garden, we're gonna have chickens, so I'm super excited. He's gonna make me a totem pole. He can make anything. He's so talented. And he also does metal art, like metal signs. So he's gonna be making some of those up for sale down the road once he gets his shop settled. So it's
well,
gonna be
yeah,
a lot
we
of-
don't even have electricity right now,
Right.
so I can't even run a CNC machine with.
Right, but he has a CNC machine, so he can make, like, he's gonna make a gate for our front
property,
property, and then it's gonna have a sign on it. So I'm super excited about that.
It's going to be, the whole gate is going to have a big scene there, you know.
He could put
wilderness
anything
scene.
on a metal sign. My mom sent me a picture of her dog's face, and he literally scanned it and made a sign of my mom's dog's face out of a metal sign. So it's pretty cool. So you guys are going to see a lot of projects that he's working on coming down the road. Right now, he's just kind of, like you said, we're in a holding pattern waiting for.
Yeah,
for
we don't even have
electricity.
Wi-Fi, so anytime I'm putting up videos, you know, I can't really do it off my computer. I got to do it right out of my phone. So we're just doing these little short videos, and you know, I'm not really filming big projects because, you know, I just don't have a way of putting that out yet. So yeah, hope you're all right and enjoying these. You know, I like doing more action than talking.
I usually don't. I'm not on his videos because I work a lot. I'm gone like 12 hours every day, so I'm rarely up here. But that's changing soon, so I'll be up here more often.
Yeah.
I'm not the most extrovert, so you're probably not going to see me a lot on these videos. But you know, I just wanted to say hi and tell everybody that there is a real person that he talks about every now and then or complains about.
Oh, I never complain about you, but you're amazing. And she does give me a lot of projects to do, though.
Yeah, I want to be so
which is
beautiful.
I'm grateful for, because if I didn't have projects, I'd be sitting on the couch in the travel trailer or something. But yeah, so yeah, right now we're basically biding our time, waiting for a house to show up so I can get going on all the infrastructure that goes into hooking all that up, because I opted out of them doing all the pad and the plumbing and the electrical, because, you know, quite frankly, I thought they went way too much for that. So I can do it all myself and save a ton of money. And you know, it's not just that I'm cheap, but I'm cheap. I don't like
No, you're
giving.
not.
I don't like giving people money. I don't like giving.
Yeah, we don't
people
like
money.
giving people money if we don't have
I'd
to.
rather do it myself, and I'm capable of handling stuff like that. So yeah, that's why we bought the Kubota. You know, because I'm not going to pay somebody else to come and do my work for me. If you know,
Even just renting them, we looked at renting it, and it was just like $300 every 2 days. So I mean, that right away the Kubota paid for itself
yeah,
just in that. And we looked at used tractors also, and they're still the same price as a brand new one. So
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, they hold their value well. That's one really good thing. But yeah, I mean, you know, it was only for the used ones was only a few $100s cheaper than the brand new one, and it's like, no, we're not playing that. I'll buy a brand new one, get, you know, all the warranty stuff with it, and we're good to go. But I use it just about every day. You know, just cleaning up the property, getting, you know, stuff ready for this and that. And, you know, I built the pad, built all these areas for the trailers, you know, which you've probably seen on previous videos. So if you haven't watched them, go back and watch them and let me know what you thought of those.
And we do have 3 dogs, and I know they're just getting used to being up here, so they've been a little noisy. We've been trying to keep them really quiet in the mornings, so if you guys are hearing our dogs, we apologize. And we're trying to keep them in the house. Once we get the house, they're inside couch dogs, like lap dogs, and so, you know, you pretty much have to force them to go outside.
Yeah.
So, but right now it's like there's limited space in the trailer, and they're kind of like, they go outside and
Yeah, they
what's that smell?
see their shadow and they bark at it, you know.
They bark at us.
Yeah. Yeah, Kim pulls in from work and they sit out there at the fence barking at her until she comes in the fence, and then they're okay. Anybody outside of their fence, they're gonna bark at, and it's goofy. I just haven't figured out how to train them out of that yet. But.
Yeah, they'll calm down. They'll calm down. It's only been a month. They're still adjusting and living in the trailer. So once they have a couch to lay on, you guys are probably never going to hear them again.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
missing their
that's
couch.
funny.
I'm missing a couch. Oh, I mean, we have a love seat in the trailer. I mean, it's a nice trailer. Don't get me wrong. But and why am I complaining? You guys have been up here forever.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll make it do. We're getting there. There's good stuff happening. I mean, they're saying our house is gonna come. You know, the electrical guy, PG&E, said that's coming soon. Like, they got over the hard parts and everything should be coming quickly. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough waiting on somebody else. That's another reason I like doing things myself. You know, I don't have to wait for somebody else's schedule. I just go out and do it when I need to do it. So, you know, that's another reason why I'm doing all the plumbing and the electrical and all that stuff myself. You know, but I got to have PG&E hook my pole up. That's the only caveat to that. And, you know, 6 to 8 weeks on that, I thought was a little ridiculous, but hey, I guess.
I mean, our
the way
neighbors,
they roll.
we have a neighbor across the street. They've been up without power for like a year now, and I know a lot of you people that live up here also have been struggling with that. So I mean, for them to say 6 to 8 weeks to you guys, you're like, that's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, we
I
do have
feel
our dad.
weird
My
about
dad lives with us too. He's got his own trailer here, and he's on oxygen, so it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the generator in the background. We got to pretty much keep one going constantly for him because, you know, because of his oxygen, and he's got an oxygen generator and another machine that he has to breathe in every once in a while, which has been a struggle. You know, that's a lot of money to get gas every day for a generator.
But just so you know, we love it up here. Every night we've
God,
been looking
yeah.
at the stars, and the Milky Way is right over our trailer. I mean, we could never do that in Sacramento. You can't even see the stars in Sacramento. There's too many lights.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just love it. It's so amazing. And of course,
There's our dogs in the background barking at a car that drove by. Sorry. Sorry for interrupting you, babe.
right on cue. So anyway, last night I had a girls' night in Sacramento for my best friend's daughter got engaged. So congratulations to Rachel. And so I left early to try to make it back up the hill, and it was my first time driving like up here at dark.
After dark.
Yeah, and it was scary. I mean, I did good. I made good time and everything. But like, for anybody that was on the road last night, that was me. I pulled over for a couple people, and they were like, "Honk honk, thank you," because I was creeping up this mountain. I was going so slow because you just can't see anything, and I was afraid I'd hit a deer or something. So
Yeah, and it's a pretty windy road, anyways. And if you know, I've been driving it every day for the last 6 months. You know, back and forth to Sac. Even after we'd moved up here, I was going down there and still moving stuff out of the house until last week, and now I've just been going back and forth because we've had some really crazy things happening down there.
Yeah, our house is for sale in Sacramento. We have a potential buyer, and one of our, I think, no, they went to go. Somebody went over to do an appraisal, and he went in the house and he said, "Okay, so there's a problem here. There's 3 candles burning in the bathroom, and nobody's living in that house. And apparently somebody had broken in and kind of was squatting there." So,
They had clothes in the closet.
a big bottle of vodka.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff in the kitchen
Yeah.
drawers.
Soap.
Stuff in the fridge. Lots of soap.
Like a case of soap, like
And
body soap and cleaners.
The bathroom floor was wet, like they just jumped out of the bathtub and boogied or something when the guy
Right.
pulled up. So I had to go down there, and then they broke the closet door. You know, it had a sliding mirror, you know, closet door. They busted that all out. So I've been going back and forth every day trying to keep that place, you know, in decent shape, because I fixed it so they can't break in as easy now. But
And the
I guess,
neighbors,
you
the
know,
neighbors are keeping an eye on it for us. They have
Yeah.
been keeping an eye on it, but you know, that person was just determined to get into that house and move in. Not only did they move their stuff into our house, but they went and removed the for sale sign from the yard, the big for sale sign
Yeah,
from the yard, and put it in the house in the entryway closet. So they
yeah,
just
they
decided,
were-
oh nope, I own this house
yep.
now.
This is our house now. They thought they were moving in.
It was crazy.
I haven't caught them yet, but it seems they've stopped trying to get in, because I boarded up the back door that they were getting into. Thought they were going in through the doggy door, but there's a window on the back door that slides down, and it also, they popped it out of the frame, and we're reaching in and just unlocking the back door and getting in there. So I boarded it all up so they can't get in there no more. But yeah, it was really bizarre to go in there and find people's clothes in the closet and all their stuff in the fridge and in the kitchen drawers.
Yeah.
They had dish soaps and, you know, the pods, whole bunch of cases of pods and various types of soap and cleaning stuff. So why they busted the back or the closet door on the master bedroom, I don't know. That didn't make sense. If they were going to think they were going to move in and stay there, I don't know what the hell. But yeah, it was pretty bizarre. So now we got to keep checking all the time. But I've got neighbors
Yeah.
down there that are
And hopefully it's just off our hands soon, and you know, our ties to Sacramento will be cut.
yeah, I'm really tired of driving down Watt Avenue. That's my biggest hang up with that, is Watt Avenue. And it just, I cringe when I have to
It does.
drive
It crushes the soul.
It's like anything but Watt Avenue.
So anyway, we just want to let you guys know that, you know, we appreciate you guys being our neighbors, and everybody's been very welcoming and friendly. And so we really appreciate that. We're hoping to get to meet you guys more, because we don't really know how many people are up here. You know, I mean, we've met like our immediate neighbors. And then
And,
from
you know,
Jamie's
we've-
videos, we made some new friends.
Right.
Chuck and Pat. So it's been nice to like start, you know, feeling like we're part of the community. But we would like to, I don't know, I know they're not having burger nights anymore, but at some point it would be nice to like attend a get together so we can all
I mean,
each other and hang out.
we've had property up here for a couple years. So before the fire, we have the property next door to this one that we were prepping. We had that property for almost a year, and we were prepping to build on that one when the fire came through. Matter of fact, that day the fire came through that night, we were getting our perk test done for our septic system, you know, and I'm loading up all my stuff, telling the guy doing the perk test that, hey man, there's a fire coming, you got to get out of here. He goes, no, I'll be all right, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing, you guys go on. And so I got my tractor and everything all loaded up and boogied. We were gonna come back the next day and get the travel trailer out of here, because we had just parked the travel trailer up here. So when we got our permitting done, we could stay up here and work on the house. Yeah, I was figured, oh, just go get it tomorrow morning. And no, tomorrow morning didn't come.
Never came.
Yeah, that thing. And it's funny because that burnt down, the travel trailer burnt down that night, but our other shed that was 15 feet from that travel trailer didn't. The windows melted a little bit. We had to replace the windows and the vents and stuff, which I'm sure you've probably seen in another video. But yeah,
we're running kind of long, I think.
Yeah, we are.
We're probably boring.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Well, we're gonna let you go. So
leave some comments about the gardening and some tips that you guys might have, or I don't know, a class I could take up here. I know that there's a lady that does canning classes I was interested in, so I need to track that information down. But anyway, just let us know, leave a comment.
All right. Well, we love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Have a good morning.